It's a little bit, it's one of those things that's kind of, a dream and beyond my imagination. So I don't know. It doesn't feel quite real, so I don't really know how to answer the question.
In March of this year, in the middle of an interview, one of the most famous people on the planet said 9 words that almost nobody paid attention to. Zendaya, talking about her plans after 2026. She said she was planning on disappearing for a little bit. It got a headline for about a day. It got aggregated. And then it disappeared, ironically, under the next 40 things. Now look at what's happened since. Comic-Con, Mexico City, the Dolby Theater, one of the largest global film rollouts of the decade, and she's been at the center of it for weeks. And that quote from March starts to look less like a passing remark and more like somebody counting down. So today I want to talk about something that this industry does not like discussing openly: the disappearing act. Why the biggest names in the world periodically vanish, what it actually costs them to be visible, and why, almost without exception, they come back. Let's get into it. Here's the version of this job everybody thinks they understand. You are talented, you get discovered, you become famous, you are paid enormously, adored globally, and the difficulties of your life are the difficulties of a person with a lot of money. And look, I'm not going to insult you by pretending fame is a tragedy. It isn't. People compete ferociously for it, and most of them never get it. Nobody needs a violin. But there's a structural thing about the job that almost never gets described accurately, and it's this. At a certain level of fame, you lose the ability to be unobserved. Not you get recognized sometimes. I mean the baseline state of your existence changes. From the moment you step outside a controlled space, you are being recorded by professionals with long lenses and by every single person around you holding a phone. Every human being who has ever lived, until about 15 years ago, had a default state of not being watched. You went to a shop. Nobody documented it. That's not a luxury, that's the normal human condition, and it is the thing this job removes. And the reason that matters is that the thing being removed is where people recover. Privacy isn't a perk, it's maintenance. Let me walk you through what a press tour genuinely involves, because the glamour footage is doing a lot of work here. A major global rollout for a film like this runs roughly 6 to 10 weeks. In that window, you will typically hit somewhere between 8 and 20 cities across multiple continents. A typical day looks like this. Glam calls somewhere between 4 and 6 in the morning. Hair, makeup, fitting. That's 2 to 4 hours before you have spoken to a single journalist. Then junket. Junkets run in blocks. A journalist enters, you have 4 to 7 minutes, they leave, the next one enters. You will do this 30, 40, 60 times in a day. And they all ask the same 9 questions. Not because they're lazy, but because their editor wants a clip on the thing that's trending, and the same thing is trending for all of them. So you answer the same question 60 times, and you have to sound spontaneous every time, because any single one of those clips might be the one that goes viral, and if you look tired in it, that becomes the story. Then the evening event, then the flight. Then you do it again in a different time zone. Now add this. Throughout the entire thing, your face is the product. Not your performance in the film, that's already finished and you can't change it. During the tour, the thing being sold is you, live, continuously under lights in front of people whose job is to find the crack. That is the job. And people do it for a decade or more without stopping. Now, celebrities stepping back isn't new. There's a genuine history here, and it's worth understanding the pattern. The classic version is the total withdrawal. The person who reaches enormous fame and then simply stops, refuses interviews, refuses photographs, vanishes in some cases for the rest of their life. Historically, this was possible, genuinely possible. If you moved somewhere remote and stopped answering the phone, you were gone. There was no mechanism to find you. A determined journalist might over months and might publish one story, and then it would fade. That version of disappearing is over. Today, a person who steps back is still being discussed daily. Their old footage is still circulating. Fan accounts are still posting. Algorithms are still serving their face to millions of people who never asked. You can stop participating, but you cannot stop being content. That is the fundamental difference. And it's why the modern version of this looks nothing like the old one. So what does disappearing actually look like in 2026? It's not vanishing. It's managed absence. And there's a fairly consistent playbook. 1. Stop taking press. Not permanently, for a defined window. No junkets, no covers, no talk shows. You are contractually obligated to promote things you're in, so this generally means not being in anything new for a while. 2. Go quiet on your own channels. This one's counterintuitive, but posting is work. It feeds the machine that generates coverage about you. Silence starves it. 3. Physically relocate somewhere without a paparazzi economy. This is a real thing. Certain cities have a functioning industry of freelance photographers because there are enough famous people to make it profitable. Most cities on Earth do not. 4. Work on things that don't require you to be the face. Producing, directing, writing, building a company. All of these let you stay in the industry without standing on a carpet. And notice something about that list. None of it is quitting. Every single item is a person restructuring their job so it stops eating them while keeping the career. Which is, and I want to be direct about this, extremely reasonable. If your job made it impossible to walk to a shop, you would restructure it too. Now here's the part that this channel finds genuinely interesting. They almost always come back. Not all of them. There are real exceptions. People who left and meant it. But the overwhelming pattern is a break of 1 to 3 years followed by a return, and there are 3 reasons for that. And only one of them is money. Reason 1, the work. This is the one that gets least credit. Most of these people are not famous by accident. They're famous because they're very good at a craft they care about, and they have spent their entire adult life doing it. Stopping doesn't feel like a holiday. It feels like amputation. The press tour is the tax. The work is the point. Reason 2, relevance decays. This industry has an extremely short memory, and the people making casting decisions are making them about who is currently interesting. A 3-year absence at 30 is manageable. A 7-year absence is a comeback narrative. Everyone in the business knows this, and it shapes how long anybody feels able to stay away. Reason 3, and this is the uncomfortable one. The machine is also a life. Being at the center of enormous attention is, for many people, genuinely stimulating. Not the intrusion, the scale. Playing to a room of 5,000 people. Knowing a thing you made reached 100 million. Very little in ordinary life replaces that, and people who step away frequently describe the quiet as harder than they expected. Fame is not simply something done to these people. It's a thing they built, chose, and often love, which is exactly what makes wanting a break from it so complicated to talk about publicly. So here's where I land on it. When somebody at that level says they want to disappear for a little bit, the tabloid instinct is to treat it as a symptom. Something must be wrong. There must be a story under it. Usually there isn't. Usually it's a person who has done an extraordinarily demanding job continuously since they were a teenager, and who would like, for a period of a few months, to go somewhere and be a private individual, which is the default condition of almost every human being who has ever lived. We are a channel that exists because people are interested in these lives. I'm not going to pretend otherwise, but there's a difference between being interested in someone's work and believing you're owed access to them. If they come back in a year with something great, that's the trade working exactly as it should. And if they don't come back at all, that's allowed too. If you want the full breakdown of the brand new day press tour that set all this off, it's linked right there. Subscribe to the Paparazzi Files for the stories behind the stories every week. And I want to hear this one in the comments. Is a celebrity ever obligated to be public? Genuine question. Go.